So speaking of supporting others in that way, you spent over 25 years in creating learning programs, and now you're using AI to build curriculums for small businesses and teachers of neurodiverse students. So how is AI changing the way we design inclusive learning, do you think?
So I think the amazing thing about AI and learning, within seconds, you can actually modify and customize learning for each type of student. And so if you were looking to do this manually or by hand, do you know how long that would take you as far as lesson plans? And so one thing that we do is we develop, and this is what I did with my son, and this is what I do with schools and organizations that we're helping with as far as incorporating AI into an inclusive learning environment. We have profiles of the kids, and so we have, what do they like, what is their learning style, what level of learning are they at, what do they really enjoy doing, so that we can develop interest-based learning. So instead of just pushing information to them, attempting to get them to learn it, we find stuff that they're very interested in, that they will identify with. So let's just say we're doing math, and a student really loves basketball, they really love swimming, so it's just sports. When we're teaching them about word problems, because sometimes you have issues with reading comprehension, we develop all of our lessons and our learning around what it is that they enjoy doing. So if you're able to talk to them about what they enjoy doing, how they like doing it, they are really connected and engaged with the learning. And so for a teacher, if they have a class of 15 or 25 students, it's very difficult to customize it. But what we'll do is we take the learning profile one time to do it, we'll upload it to AI, and then AI can develop the customized curriculum for whatever subject it is based on the learning path, I mean, their interest and what learning level they're at. And so you may have somebody that is at let's say, a seventh grade level, somebody that is a third grade level, somebody at a fifth grade level, all in one class. And so if you as a teacher are trying to individually work with, each one of those levels, it may be a little different, but it difficult. But if you have curriculum customized, it makes it very easy to do.
Wow, that's great. That kind of reminds me of when we create learner personas as instructional
Yes.
designers, right? And being able to understand the learners and creating that customized learning for them, and those specialized learning paths, right? Is what it really is doing for them, right? And meeting them where they're at and what they need, so that they can thrive as students and later on in life too, because yeah, that's so important, because we don't address it at the time of need, then they're not going to get what they need then, and they're not going to get what they need later on, and they're going to fall behind. So, and that can be such a tragedy, right? We don't want that for our
It
kids.
is. And Jackie, especially the gap, I think, has just widened, especially since, the pandemic happened, and
Right.
kids were out of school and virtual school, and it has widened. And so one of the things too that we've done with AI is, that they have the different assessments, whether it's iReady or whatever the assessment is. You can upload the assessment into AI and say, this is the assessment, really help me to identify where the gaps are in the skills, like the foundational skills, and then develop me a program where we can close those gaps and we can help to get them back on grade level. So you really have a personal education assistant that is going in and figuring out how to customize the learning.